Okay, so this is a bit of a funny one, and most of you are going to be like, what the fuck is she on about? But I'm just going to turn it over to the side, and I'm just going to want you guys to like stare at my face for a bit. Okay, did you get it? So today we're going to be talking about this guy, my ethnic nose. If you guys have an ethnic nose, you totally know what I'm talking about here. One, how weird are noses? There's this weird thing that's just protruding out of your body. In general, it's kind of hard to have a nice nose, but for the most of us, we kind of just have like a thing that juts out. Two, we talk about beauty ideals and how women are expected to look a certain way because of the way media portrays women and men. But have you ever thought about this in a cultural setting? Yes, we are underrepresented, but if we were to be represented, and even when we are represented, somehow I still find myself feeling ugly in comparison. And I think there's two reasons for this. The first reason is that the media hasn't casted average looking people, which is changing now, which is awesome. And two, when you have someone like Priyanka Chopra in Hollywood representing, it's kind of hard to relate because she looks pretty white. And same with everyone else in Bollywood, same with any brown influencer, any person. Even if you look at models that are black, white, yellow, brown, red, green, they all have Western looking features. I'm convinced the system favors Western looking features. It's something we should talk about because they talk about a feminist setting, but we don't talk about this culturally. The truth is that our brown ideals of beauty have been shaped by colonialism. The people that we deem the most beautiful tend to get on TV because of this reason, have the most Western looking features out of our entire culture. And the truth is, there is no real one way to look brown, but I just don't see the traditional looking brown woman ever being embraced. We're constantly trying to Westernize ourselves. You see this in Asian culture all the time. Like there's this obsession with rosy cheeks and big eyes and lids. People get monolid surgery. A lot of people with ethnic noses like mine get fillers to like straighten out the bump. I'm just convinced that everyone wants to look white, including us brown people. And when we are represented, it's a freaking lie, right? Brown beauty is a lie because we're all trying to be white. Yeah, we may chuck on a sari and colorful makeup and traditional jewelry. Underneath that, we're still trying to make our features look white. Question to yourself for a minute. Imagine what your perception of yourself would be if having a crooked nose was the base standard of beauty, if that was deemed beautiful and slim, slopey noses were deemed ugly, your whole perception of beauty would change. There's always this comparison to the Western ideal of beauty. There's a reason why we don't look the same way, why God created us differently and uniquely, and you are only supposed to be one person, and that is yourself. We need to learn to shed our own habits of comparison because it will kill us. Growing up, we all know that beautiful blonde girl that was in high school or primary school that was the most popular. All the boys and the girls thought she was the absolute prettiest. The truth is, we're never going to look like that. We're never going to look like Priyanka Chopra, who has the lightest features out of the diverse spectrum of beautiful brown that exists. So the first thing that we can do is stop comparing. And it's easier said than done, I know, but maybe we can fix this problem by celebrating what it looks like to be brown, the entire spectrum. By celebrating the darker skin tones, by celebrating dark brown eyes instead of the light green ones, different body shapes, and standing up to those aunties that say, hey, you look like you've gained a bit of weight. If we celebrate diversity within our culture more, that will spread across the generations, spread to our parents' generation, spread to those annoying judgy aunties, and then hopefully spread into the media one day. One day, instead of just being represented, we'll be fully represented with all types of browns and all different shades, sizes, eye colors, noses, big, small, crooked, slopey, thin. I do understand that this issue is completely and deeply rooted within colonialism, but if we can start to change our own mentalities now, hopefully we can change and shape the future. It's time to scrap fair and lovely. It's time to scrap the ideas of fair is beautiful. It's time to embrace your own inner beauty. It's time to love ourselves.